It's the weekend. You know what that means. Soccer bets. We have our top bet of Bundesliga, Serie A, and Premier League coming up right now. Grandstand Bettors back with more soccer bets this weekend. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. Join us at grandstandbettors.com. We love to have you as part of our family. But you know who else is part of our family? Our friends at Very Biased Opinion. Ian and Thomas are with us again this week. So glad to have you guys here. If you have not joined their YouTube channel, you need to do so. These guys have the best Premier predictions and Champions League predictions on their channel. They're so entertaining, and they're going to give us the best bet in Bundesliga, Serie A, and the Premier League. A great Premier League game, if I may say so myself, this week. And you know what? Without further ado, let's get into the best bets on Saturday. It's an early game. It's in the Bundesliga, and it's against, I think, two pretty good teams here. We have BAYERN Munich and Dortmund. And I think, Thomas, you have a good bet for us for this game. Is that right?
That's right, Matt. It is Der Klassiker. It is two of the best sides in Germany going head-to-head. Borussia Dortmund have been poor to start the year, but they're steaming up the table under a new manager. But Bayern Munich hold the best attack in world football. 67 goals in only 23 matches. It's fucking unreal what they do with football. They just go through the gears. The worst thing that can happen to Dortmund in this game is for them to score a goal because it just angers the beast. Thomas Müller gets furious. He snarls, he bites. Alaba drives up a wing. Neuer makes a save, and all of a sudden it's 4-0 to Bayern Munich. This is going to be a brilliant game. It's got the two best strikers in Europe right now. One's at Bayern, one's at Dortmund. And our bet for this round is Bayern Munich on the handicap of 1 goal.
1 goal. So, okay, so you're thinking Bayern's going to win by 1 goal. Now, that's interesting because last week, I know we did talk about Dortmund a little bit. They had a good game, didn't really give us what we wanted, but they do have one of the best players in the world, Haaland, I believe. So, you know, last week we're back in Haaland. Why are we going against Haaland this week?
Furious with this Dortmund team. Refuse to ever back them again. Bunch of no-talent ass fans. But Erling Haaland is the second best striker in Europe. Sadly, he's coming up against the best. Robert Lewandowski, it's absolutely unreal. This Bayern team's attack is unreal. It doesn't matter what Jadon Sancho, Musiala, Reina, anyone, Haaland does at Dortmund. This Bayern team is goals. They are going to win this handsomely. And if you want a score prediction, it's 3-1 to Munich.
3-1 to Munich. Wow, that's great. All those 7 dwarfs that you were just naming off, I don't know who any of those people are, but they sound fantastic, especially Grumpy. I love them. All right, so Bayern Munich on the handicap -1. Thomas telling you 3-1. Should be a good game. I love Bundesliga. They are always high scoring. Make sure you check out that game. It's Saturday at 12:30. You can actually see that, I believe, right after you go check out Very Biased Opinions with their live watch along for Oxford United. Is that correct?
That is spot on.
Fantastic. You guys got to watch their live watch alongs. They're hilarious. It's a great bunch of people that are in there. Make sure you check them out.
Anthony Ford gets the ball out wide to Henry. Back to Ford with a chance to cross into the box. It looks like it's going to be too high, but Adji's won it, and Oxford have scored! Yes! Come on!
But hey, let's enough about Oxford United. They're not very good. Their watch-alongs are fun, but their team is not. Let's go to Serie A as we move in to Serie A. Another high-scoring team. Ian might not talk to me after I just told him Oxford United's not great. But Serie A, high-scoring league. But sometimes you get, you know, thrown into some games that you think is going to be high-scoring, and it turns out it's not going to be high-scoring. There's a pretty good game with a big name and a big name team and a big name player. Lazio and Juventus playing Saturday evening in the UK, afternoon 2:45 here in the States. Ian, what do you think about this game? Pretty good teams, huh?
Firstly, Matt, I'm absolutely horrified of your Oxford United comments. It's absolutely shocking. They've had a couple of bad weeks, and all of a sudden you're killing them and destroying them on all your media. And talking about killing them, what happened to last week where you said Grandstand Bettors, we like them, we back them? I see that's gone all out of the window. I think you even said we trust them at one point. I see that's all gone to pot. But anyway,
well,
yeah.
hey, they lose us money, we get rid of them. It's, when you're a sports bettor, that's what happens.
Yeah, well, I didn't do much cop with my Sevilla.
Why do you think that Thomas got rid of Dortmund so quick?
Yeah,
anyways.
Well, that's why I've jumped ship from La Liga and gone on to Serie A, and I'm looking at this game between two sides, Lazio and Juventus, and most people will be looking at Juventus to win this match. I mean, they're in third place. They're usually top of the Serie A table by now. I think they've won 8 or 9 straight league titles in a row. So for them to be in third place is quite a shock, because they had a lot of problems earlier on in the season, but manager Pirlo has really sorted that out now, and they're really on a charge trying to reel in AC Milan and Inter Milan at the top of the league. But Lazio are no mugs either, and they've got some pretty good attacking talent themselves. And that is why for this game, we are going for over 2.5 goals for this game. We think it's pretty much a shoo-in that it's going to happen. Both sides are going to score. And so we think that's a pretty good bet for this match.
Yeah, no, I like that. In fact, I think Juventus is actually coming off a 3-0 win themselves. So we know they can put up goals. They have a star player in Ronaldo. Interesting question about him. This guy seems like he was born in like the 1980s. How is this old guy still like playing at a level that he does? Is it because he's in the Serie A? Is it because he has good players around him? What's going on here, Ian?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're absolutely right. He seems like he's been around for a long, long time. He's in his like mid-30s now. But I think the biggest thing about Ronaldo is he's just the consummate professional. He's so like magnificent at everything that he does. He's such a hard worker. He's constantly always trying to improve. And I think him, along with Messi, they've really like brought this unbelievable standard for like the last 10 or 15 years, where the number of goals they've scored, the performances they put in, is just absolutely like almost like it's never been seen before since the likes of having Pele and Maradona. And that's why Ronaldo is certainly considered as one of the greatest players to have ever played the game. He was sensational at Man United, sensational at Real Madrid, and he's been sensational at this Juventus side as well. And he's the main catalyst as to why this side is performing so well now. He doesn't need to do all the running around and charging around the pitch he used to do. He's literally just, I'm in the box, I'm going to score goals. And Juventus is all about just trying to find him in the penalty area. And they've got players like Rabiot, Ramsey, Chiesa, and they all just literally almost just get the ball. They play quite a basic style of 4-4-2. Get the ball into Ronaldo, he will score goals. But on the flip side, Lazio do have one of the top strikers in the world as well, in Cyril Immobile. And despite the name, he is very mobile, and he'll get round the pitch, and he scores a lot of goals. He's one of the top scorers in Serie A. So that's why we think both sides are going to score a lot of goals in this game.
I love Ronaldo.
Oh, come on. Okay. You know, Ronaldo, yeah. So they do play a 4-4-2, as Ian said. 4-4-2, that equals 10, so it must be good. For those of you that don't pay attention to soccer, that's what all that means. We're going to go
They usually like to do a quarterback sneak.
A quarterback sneak. I heard that. That's why there's a fullback, if I'm not mistaken. We're just joking around.
That's the only ice hockey term I know.
So, you know, both those games are going to be fantastic games. However, as someone who loves watching NBCSN here in the States, somebody who loves some really rival games, we do have, as I think you guys would call, is it a cracker? I don't know if it's a cracker, but we have a good matchup here on Sunday at 11:30 Eastern. You got Man United, Man City. I'm pretty sure the man means that it's men, and they are in the same city. I think that's what that means.
And
but it's gonna. Oh, Man United. Okay. Well, they're united in the same city. Who knows what it means? If you know, before we get into this game, I heard Man United's not very good, but I think you guys came up with a good bet to look at here at this game. And I think, Thomas, you want to talk about Man United first and how mediocre they are?
Yes, that is exactly what I want to talk about. So Man United, the second best attack in England right now, just behind Man City. They're second place, but their attacking lineup is absolutely unreal. Unfortunately for them, it looks like Marcus Rashford has a shoulder injury, but that may give Ahmed Diallo a chance to get in off the bench this week and actually show how good he is. But Bruno Fernandes is the classiest midfielder in Europe right now. He's literally dragging Man United, kicking and screaming into the top four and keeping him there. Edinson Cavani has been one of the best strikers in the world for over a decade and is absolutely sensational. De Gea has a couple warts, which means we're going to get goals in this game, but is generally possibly one of the best goalkeepers on earth. Martial on his day, Mason Greenwood's fantastic player. Scott McTominay is going to beat 10 shades of shit out of Man City when he plays. And Luke Shaw will just be driving up and down the left side. And no need to talk about Man City. We're going to get a lot of goals in this game.
Ooh, Ian, the one thing that comes to mind is he said their second best offense. That's not first. And if you're not first, you're last. Exactly. So I guess, Ian, give us some perspective of what Man City's going to bring to the game.
Yeah, you're quite right to bring that up, Matt, because let's put it in perspective and say Manchester United are Thomas's club, and that's why he has to sing a case for them. And very much Manchester United are the Cal Norton Jr. to Manchester City's Ricky Bobby in this match. Manchester City have just absolutely been amazing for like the last 20 or so games. At the early part of the season, they really couldn't get their act together, and it didn't look like they were ever going to sort of do anything of any note this season. Then it just clicked, and why it clicked was mainly because they sorted their defence out. The biggest problems Liverpool have had this season, defence. Man City absolutely nailed on their defence. They've got a back two partnership of their centre-backs in John Stones and Diaz, and these two would not have been the main starters at the start of the season, but they formed this partnership and they've been incredible and they barely concede anything. Like John Stones he looked like he was going to be out the door for Man City, reinvented his whole career now and looks the player we all thought he was, which is exciting for them and exciting for England in a few weeks as well, which means they can control a lot of games, which is what they do. Tom talked about Fernandes being one of the best midfielders. Well, I'll raise you another one. Kevin De Bruyne. Absolutely wonderful. One of the best midfielders. Has been way past. Fernandes has been playing well for about 6 months. De Bruyne has been playing well for about 6 years. But they found a way to win without a striker as well. They've shared the goals around. Gundogan's become that sort of false striker and scored a lot of goals. But when Man City turn it on, no one really can stand up to them. But Manchester United will cause them trouble with their pace in their side, and that is why we're going for the over goals in this one.
Okay, so Man United, Man City over 3, that's the bet. But I want to dig a little deeper into this. Last year, Liverpool really kind of showed up Man City. Man City was they were the favorites to win last year, and Liverpool took that from them, which was a little surprising to some. This year, though, it looks like Man City is running away with the league. It's surprising, not surprising. Like, what's going on here?
Well, look, Matt. No. Wait.
Tom, you go for it.
As a spokesman for the rest of the league, we deny the allegations set against us that no one's trying, that everyone's crying poor, that teams can't be bothered, that they're more afraid of losing their jobs. This is fake news, my friend. This is fake news. We felt it was time after Liverpool hided City last year to the league that we let them get a trophy back, and we felt bad for them. And that is the only story we're talking about here.
If you want a serious answer, mainly,
I feel like he was speaking solely for Man United there, but I'm not sure.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
So, look, basically, championships are won with a strong defense, and that's not just in soccer. That happens in a lot of sports as well, and that's what Liverpool were so good at that last season, and they had such a solid back line with one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And last season, City's defense was an absolute mess. They couldn't put a regular defense out, and they conceded a lot of sloppy goals and dropped a lot of sloppy points and were nowhere near. This year, the absolute reverse has happened, and it's been so strange that Liverpool's defence has fallen apart mainly through injury, and City have found this rock-solid back four with a great goalkeeper, and now they look like the side that is untouchable in England.
Real quick, who's the better keeper? What team's got the better keeper?
Jack Stevens, Oxford United.
I think Thomas disagrees. He actually disappeared there. But okay, so Man United, Man City over 3. I gotta be honest, I always tune in. That is the best game. Hopefully it won't end 0-0. That would not only lose our bet, but we'd all be asleep while it happens. Hey, so that's our best 3 bets of the weekend. I just want to review these real quick. We have Bayern Munich -1 on the handicapper spread over Dortmund. Lazio and Juventus over 2.5. That's Saturday at 2:45. And then the game of the week, Sunday, Man United, Man City over 3 goals. Put all 3 bets in. It's time for Grandstand Bettors Over of the week, and we're looking at a great game in Serie A. It is Verona versus AC Milan over 2.5. I expect AC Milan here on the road to probably just get 3 goals themselves. Verona's not a great team, and AC Milan will give up a goal here and there to some lesser teams on the table. I like Verona maybe to score 1, and I like AC Milan to have 2 or 3 in this. It should be 3-1, maybe a 4-2 high-scoring game. That's our over bet of the week. Another 3-unit bet last week, unfortunately, was just a push. It's like kissing Ian, or better yet, kissing Thomas. And that's how the week ended. But you know what? We're moving into another weekend. We have 3 great bets. Before you watch those games, make sure you check out Very Biased Opinions Oxford United watch along. If I'm going to make a deal, anybody who gets on the watch along with me, I will give you 1 day free membership to Grandstand Bettors. So make sure you join them on their watch along. Go subscribe to their channel. And hey, before we get off, just a huge thank you to Thomas and Ian from Very Biased Opinions for being here. We love you guys. You guys are great sports bettors, soccer analysts, and everything you do turns into gold. So thank you guys. That's it for us at Grandstand Bettors. As always, sit back, relax, enjoy some football or soccer this weekend, and let us do the work while you do the winning.